In a world where alliances are constantly shifting, two of the planet's biggest democratic players are building something that could really define the 21st century. We're talking, of course, about the European Union and India.
So, what's the big deal here? What's really pulling these two giants together? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down the grand vision, we'll dive into the massive trade deal at the heart of it all, and explore what this new alliance really means for the future of the global order.
Okay, so first things first, what's driving this? At its core, this whole thing is a story about incredible scale, and maybe more importantly, shared values in a world that feels more and more complicated. You've got the world's largest democracy, India, teaming up with a union of 27 democratic states. That's huge.
And look, this isn't just wishful thinking. It's right there in black and white. This quote from their official joint communication shows you just how big their ambitions are. They see this as a foundational partnership, one that's designed to actively shape what happens on the world stage for decades to come. And the sheer scale? It's kind of mind-boggling. When you put the EU and India together, you're looking at nearly a quarter of the world's entire population and its economic output. So this isn't just another trade agreement, it's basically the formation of a brand new center of global gravity. But this whole partnership is built on way more than just numbers. You could almost say it's about shared DNA. I mean, they're natural partners, right? Both are pluralistic democracies, both are really committed to this idea of strategic autonomy, which is just a fancy way of saying they want to make their own decisions on the world stage, and both want a rules-based order, where things are governed by shared norms, not just whoever has the most power. Plus, their economies complement each other perfectly.
And all that alignment is what's really powering the economic engine of this partnership, a landmark free trade agreement, or FTA. Honestly, this deal is the most concrete, most immediate part of this whole alliance.
And you really can't overstate how important this is. India's own Ministry of Commerce actually called it the mother of all deals. I mean, when a government ministry uses language like that, you know they believe this thing is going to be an absolute game changer.
Now, their trade relationship is already booming. We're talking 120 billion euros in goods just in 2024, which is almost double what it was just 10 years ago. So this new FTA, it's basically designed to pour gasoline on an already roaring fire.
So what does the deal actually do? Well, for Indian businesses, the perks are huge, and they kick in right away. Think about it. Over 90% of India's exports get to enter the massive EU market with zero tariffs, effective immediately. That is a massive competitive advantage right from day one.
And here's where it all becomes very real for millions of people. The industries that are set to win big are the ones that employ tons of people. We're talking textiles, leather, gems, and marine products. Getting rid of those tariffs isn't just an abstract economic win. It's a direct boost for jobs and for getting Indian businesses, even the smaller ones, plugged into global supply chains.
Okay, so the economic engine is clearly enormous. But is this whole partnership really just about tariffs and trade numbers? Oh, not even close. Let's pivot and look at the bigger strategic picture here.
See, this alliance is about so much more than trade. It's really built on three other huge pillars: working towards a greener future on climate, building a safer world through security cooperation, and creating a smarter approach with technology. So on the green front, they're lining up their pretty ambitious net zero goals. And this isn't just talk. They're setting up real platforms for action, like the EU-India Task Force on Green Hydrogen. The goal there is to clean up heavy industry and make both of them leaders in the clean energy revolution.
And with everything going on in the world, security and defense are absolutely crucial. They're actually moving towards a formal partnership, working together on everything from keeping the sea lanes open in the Indian Ocean to doing joint naval exercises and fighting off cyber threats.
And finally, we've got the tech piece of the puzzle. Through a joint trade and technology council, they're tackling the future of digital innovation together. That means working on really critical tech like semiconductors, helping write the rules for trustworthy AI, and even partnering up on super ambitious stuff like high-performance computing and space exploration.
All right, we've looked at the economy, the climate, the security side of things. Now let's zoom all the way out to the big picture. What does this powerful alliance really mean for the rest of the world?
What this is really is a major geopolitical statement. In a time of intense competition between great powers, the EU and India are creating this powerful new bloc. It's a strategic counterweight, but one that's built not on force, but on shared democratic values and a belief in a stable, rules-based world.
And their shared playbook for the world is pretty clear. The main goals are to defend the international system that's in place, to diversify their supply chains so they aren't too dependent on any one country,
to push for sustainable growth, and to work together to shape the global rules on all the big issues of our time.
And this is not just some vision for the future, it's already starting to happen. You can look at flagship projects like the India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor or IMEC. It's a perfect real-world example. This hugely ambitious project is trying to completely redraw the map of connectivity and trade by creating a better, more resilient route that links Asia with Europe.
So what we're really watching here is the creation of a deep, complex partnership between two of the world's most important democratic powers. And that really leaves us with a big final question to think about. In a world that seems more and more divided, could this kind of alliance actually be the blueprint for the future?